Good morning, happy Friday. So I have from my mum's cupboards and what she's bought for me, 2 Weetabix for my Healthy Extra B. I've just soaked them in a bit of hot water and I've warmed them slightly in the microwave. I've got some fresh strawberries and raspberries and a Muller toffee yoghurt. I'll probably use the rest of that, I'll just eat a bit of it first. Oops. And so that is my Healthy Extra B plus 1 sin with a coffee made with skim milk. Good morning. So I've had my breakfast. I have made some pack up, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm just getting ready to make my flask up. And my mum is taking me on a 6 or 7 mile walk in Castleton, which is in the Peak District. Did you say it wasn't? It was cloudy.
Yeah, cloudy. Yeah.
Cloudy. So not of the best sunshiny day like we've had the past 2 days when we've been stuck inside. But that's always how it works, isn't it? So yeah, I will take you along with me and I'll show you what I'm packing up. Excuse the table, but me and my mum are both untidy. So what I've got in this is my mum's rucksack. So I've just got a few bits from my handbag like chewing gum, tablets and what they call it, lip balm, and a cushion in a bag for a padded back. Then I've got my purse, my spare charger lead, which I'm going to leave in the car, some wet wipes, some pea snacks and a hi-fi bar, a pear and an orange, just all those for snacking if I need it, another pair of socks which I'm actually going to wear, my sunglasses, my phone. I think I'm just going to take my phone to vlog on today and not my iPad as well. Then I've got a coffee with skim milk in my that flask, and in my thermos flask I've got a tomato and herb pasta and sauce for half a same with some leftover gammon, peppers, tomatoes, onion and 30 grams of full fat cheese for my Healthy Extra A. So that is what I'm taking on my walk. Right, we are here in Castleton. I forgot my hat, so I borrowed one of Mum's hats. There's lots of, quite a few walkers out and about, and Mum's already seen somebody she knows. Go on. Oh yeah. She wants me to show, I'll turn around and show you the castle in a minute. So we are here at the visitor centre car park. We've already had a fight with the paying for the car parking because it swallowed our money without giving us a ticket. So we had to go and get more money and pay again. So we've paid £10 for our car parking today. So that was fun. But we're here now. It's about 10:15 or so. It feels quite cool, so we need to get walking. I've got my hat, I've got some gloves which I'm going to put on, I think. Did you say about 6 miles? About 6 miles, and there's going to be some climbing. So this is the next stage of Mum training me for Snowdon. Well, this is the castle in Castleton. Mum thinks it might be Peveril Castle, but she's not sure. But yeah, you can see it's a bit of a grey day. Let me just go around here and see it better. And we'll set off walking. It's one of those little villages in the Peak District. Lots of stone walls and things, and lots of pubs and little shops and things, and this is the Peak District National Park Visitor Centre where you park for Castleton. There is free on-street parking as well, but I just felt I'm not very good at parking on the street, so yeah, we've paid a bit more for the parking, but at least the car's safe. Right, we better get set off so that we're back in time. So up here is where we're going to be climbing. This is still the village of Castleton. What I forgot to say, car coming. What I forgot to say is I've already done 1,000 steps, just sort of wandering around the house and things. But I've reset my fitness tracker to record a walk, so we'll see how many steps I do individually on this walk and how many steps I do all together. But yeah, it's it's one of the picturesque villages. Oh, another car coming.
Back Tor, when we get there, you can tell them the tree, a lone tree.
Hold on, no, they can't see. Just a minute. So my mum's saying that we're climbing Mam Tor, and there's something about Back Tor, and there's something about a lone tree. What?
You can see it on the skyline. That lone tree on the top of Back Tor.
Yeah, right at the top of Back Tor. There's one single tree, but you won't be able to see it, and it's called the lone tree. So will we be actually going to climbing up there?
I think
then?
so, if we get there, yeah.
So I'll tell you more about that when we get there. So I've zoomed in a bit, and now you can see the lone tree, which is there. And according to Mum, we'll be walking all along this top here. We're just walking up this path at the moment, and we'll be following. Go back a bit because I've zoomed in. We'll be following this walk around Castleton. Near Hope, if anybody's heard of Hope and you're not from around this area. Sort of in the same region as Bakewell.
It was in the Peak District.
In the Peak District, yeah.
Not quite here, but
so we need to get going now because we've only been walking about 10 minutes. So we're still walking along the lane before we start climbing, and we won't be walking over here, but this is Hope Valley, and that in the distance is Hope Valley Cement Works. You could walk from Hope and then climb up to this peak. Yeah, I just thought it was a lovely view. It's a bit cloudy, and it probably looks a bit cloudier on the screen than it actually is. Yeah, we just need a bit of sunshine now, but whether we'll get it, I'm not sure. We've been walking about 15 minutes along a lane, and climbing starts now. Say hello to the horses. View that way, down into Hope. And we are going to climb Loose Hill. Can't remember what I've said already, but there you go. So, are you ready for the ascent? Still climbing. About 5-10 minutes after the last clip. It's a nice clear path though. Trying to keep a bit of pace up while being a bit out of breath. So that I've earned my dinner when I eat it. It's a lovely place. There's a junction coming up, so I better ask the map reader whether we go through this gate. That is Mam Tor, which if you're around here you'll recognise, and that is apparently what we're climbing. So this little ascent here, we did turn off the footpath into the fields. This little ascent here is nothing for what we've got to come, so I shall leave you to contemplate that one. second. There's the Lone Tree and Mam Tor, and then we'll come back down the valley into Castleton. So there's still a while to go. I think we've been walking, we had a little stop, which I might have got a picture. We had a little stop and I had a mouthful of water and a pear. I think we've been walking about an hour. A lot of climbing so far. Nowhere near the end of the walk, because you can see here and right over there the path that we're going to be following. There's the Lone Tree. There's Castleton. And back down into Hope Valley and the cement factory or whatever it's called. Yeah, lots of walking still to come. Onward! DITL Valley this way. That's a nice walking place, is DITL as well. Walking the Scout as well, Mum's telling me. They're on the skyline. Right, onward. Well, we're just stopping for a little cafe. I don't know what time it is actually, I've not looked. 5 to 12, so we'll be stopping again soon. Not long for lunch. This is our view of the valley, DITL Valley and Kinder again. And then, so there's our view for our little cafe. And then over here is your Lone Tree. And there we go, there's the Lone Tree all on its own for some reason. My mum says it's been like that for years. And we've walked down here and we've got all up there. There's a little track you can't see, but there's a little pale track right up there where we'll be walking in the future. So we're leaving the Lone Tree behind now with the views of the valley and carrying on. It's quite busy up here actually. There's quite a few people around. But it's, I can't see it. There's quite a few ways to climb Mam Tor and walk around here. Yeah, it's quite a well-defined path, so that's nice. And as you can hear, it's a little bit windy. So we are just at Hollins Cross, which is one of the another trig point, and this is the way that there's several paths that meet here, so you can come several ways to climb up Mam Tor. So like here there's one here that comes up a different way to what we've climbed up, and then down here there's another way to climb up, and behind me is the way that we're going. So this is Hollins Cross. There is apparently another some kind of walking event on in Castleton, so that might be why it's quite busy up here. There's quite a few people. Oh yeah, we're having a good time. So there's what my mum calls the sunken road, and I think there's a school trip down here, and I think that's, you can climb up there, or you used to be able to drive up there. There's Mam Tor, I'm starting to flag a bit now. I think it's not about 12:30, so it won't be long till we find somewhere to eat our lunch. But it's a nice flagged pathway. But just look at it. I hope it's filming in slightly better quality than what I can see. Yeah, this is just constant what you can see all the way along. And it is a lot busier, and there's people with dogs. My mum keeps being surprised by how busy it is up here. I mean, it's not a school holiday or anything, and it's a weekday. But yeah, onwards. Hopefully lunchtime soon. Climbing, climbing, climbing. More climbing. Is this the top?
Where the people are, yes.
Where the people are. Is this actually Mam Tor now
Mam
then?
Tor, this we're climbing up Mam Tor now, yeah.
Can you hear? Oh, you think you're fit until you start climbing. Climbing and more climbing.
Have you had a good view of the path back?
And there we go. You can see all the way down. That's all the way
up to, yeah.
And up there. We've walked all the way along there. Wow. Hopefully there might be somewhere to sit and have some dinner at the top. Right then, if you can hear me over the wind, we are at the top of Mam Tor. There's the tree line. The path carries on. There's your Mount Snowdon. We got to the top of Mam Tor, as you've seen, walked another 5 minutes and found a nice little sheltered spot where we've eaten our lunch. I've had my pasta and sauce, Mum's had chicken sandwiches, and I've had a hi-fi bar. So she's given me a walking pole to try. Now I do only have 30% battery left, so I'm not sure how much more I'll catch, but I'll catch as much as I can for you. Finally, downhill we go. And Mum says you've seen more people today than you have in 2 years of walking nearly. Yeah, a funny day today for so many people to be out and about. All the way back down now, so the pathways through I'd have been completely frozen without it. I don't know. walking slowly back down the road towards Castleton, and there's Peveril Castle again. Just that square building on the horizon. Lots of caves and caverns around here. Just slowly walking back down this road. There was a path that we could have followed up in the hills, but I think we're just getting a bit tired now, so we decided to stay on the road. Yeah, a good walk, good walking day. Well, here we are back at the car park. Finished our, it felt like about 10 miles, but probably only done about 7. I think it's about 17,000 steps we've done so far. I am absolutely jiggered though. It's a lot harder doing climbing, doing like hills, than it is flat. So yeah, Mum's just in the loo and I'll be going, and then we'll be off home. I don't know how long this vlog is going to be, but I do hope you enjoy it. Look at my little hat, I love my little hat. I might have to pinch this one. So it's nearly 4 o'clock and we are home safe and sound. We've only been home about 10 minutes. We got caught in a bit of traffic. We put tea on in a bit, but I think first of all, because we are absolutely knackered, we need 5 minutes and a bit of a recharge. So I'm having a coffee with skim milk. I probably am going to be a little bit over my milk again today, but never mind. And a banana. So yeah, I'm not being totally strict, but then again I am around my happy weight. If I was being really strict and good, I suppose what I could do is measure 350ml of skimmed milk first thing in the morning into another container or something, and then I'd know. I don't think it's going to do me too much harm, but if you are being really strict, you either measure it in the morning or you need to count a couple of sins for extra skimmed milk. So evening meal, we have a chicken breast which we've steamed in the oven, and I've just sprinkled it with garlic and herb Schwartz seasoning, which is free. We've got mashed potatoes which we've done with egg, so that is also free, and then we've got lots of steamed veg, broccoli, cauliflower and carrots, and then we've got an oxo gravy which is free. So all that is sin free, lots of speed, lots of protein power. Then I've got a Diet Coke which I treated myself to while I was out, and then strawberries, raspberries and a Muller Light raspberry and cranberry yoghurt for 1 sin. Thanks Mum. Well, it's now 8:30 and I'm home safe and sound, everything unpacked and back in its proper place, in my pyjamas, and I've got a last coffee and 3 of these digestive choc-filled thins which are 2.5 sins each. My dad gave me these, so I think I've had 5.5 sins elsewhere in the day, so it's about 13.5, 14 sins, 19,000 steps, and this is the last daily vlog for now. So I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.